Hi everyone. Hi Mom. I know it's been a while. 2 weeks. I can't believe I haven't posted a video. I've been really busy creating. So I just wanted to quickly show you some of the pages that I've been designing for myself. These won't be for sale. Well, at least I don't think they will be. I'm not sure. But I wanted to share them with you. I'm having a blast. My friend is teaching me how to use my Photoshop. And so I'm having a lot of fun learning new things. And so I just want to quickly do a flip through some of the pages, and then I'll show you the book that I created using some of my pages. So this first 10 sheets, I think there's 10. I might be at 9. I'm not sure. Are like a butterfly theme. So I did print them front and back, so I created a background page as well that can be used pretty much anywhere. So that's the second one. Is that the butterfly? Yep. Okay, and then this next one is called Floral. I didn't print on the back of that one yet. This one's called Floral. Or is it? Yeah, that goes with another set. So we'll put that back here. I haven't finished that one yet either. This one here, what did I call this one? Children. It's just vintage children. I love this one. He's so adorable. So you'll recognize a lot of the pictures. This here I actually scanned. My mother years and years and years ago gave me a calendar, pear soap calendar, really old, and I had cut them down and I framed them all and I had them hanging on my wall. And I've since changed my living room, so I didn't want to get rid of the pictures themselves, so I scanned them and then turned them into these. So this is another one that was on that calendar. She's adorable. In the background here, my friend Janice, she created that. She's amazing artist, really, really good. So she's been sharing with me. Isn't she adorable? This one was also on the calendar. And so was this one. Okay, so those are my creations. And now I want to show you my book. Now the book isn't for sale, but I do want to give you a peek into it. So here it is. I think it's slightly wider than I normally do. Yeah, it's just over 6. I wanted to make sure I had enough room to put tabs in this one. I haven't done tabs in a while, so usually what happens is I create the cover and then I see, oh yeah, I don't have enough room for tabs because they're all going to stick out. So this time I made it slightly bigger, and it's 8 and a quarter, I believe, long. These beautiful, they're like a flat back, but not. You know, like they're not completely flat. I absolutely love them. These are from Denise says. She's got an Etsy store. I'll have the link down below in the box. Also, I'll have the link to her YouTube channel because she's an amazing journal maker. And mini albums, like wow, her mini albums are amazing. So you should go check her out. Anyway, I used a lot of the stuff from her shop this time. As a matter of fact, the cover is those big bags, and I used 2 of them. Or did I use 1? No, I used 2. Cut them down and I wrapped them right around like this way, and then another one this way, and then I painted and I used Maya Gold and I stenciled. So that's a dimensional Tim Holtz stencil that I used. Also the Rangers texture paste, this stuff here. This stuff's really cool. I love it because it will color up. You can paint it, you can, spray it, whatever. It will accept the color. I did really rough kind of look to it. I wanted it sort of pretty grunge, if that is a thing. That's what I'm calling it. And then I used the golden mica flakes again because I love that stuff and it just gives such a nice shine. This is also from an Etsy seller, and I had printed them and they didn't turn out the way I wanted. My printer, I think, was losing ink, but it was not bad. So I kept them, and when I went over it with the decoupage, it seemed to brighten it up just a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't normally do that, but it did this time, and so I thought it turned out pretty cool. Some trim here and some Butterbee Scraps metal pieces, front and back. Okay, so here we go. So you can see I wrapped it right around, and then I decoupaged all the inside. This doily, it's an oval doily. It's also from Denise's shop, and I went over it with a Lindy's embossing powder. I think it's called Midas Gold. And here's my first page. So it's sort of a Regency. I'm calling it, though, art because it's paintings I used from famous artists and then just altered them, and so it's kind of Regency art. And now this here, I created these, but the paper itself is from Jen, who's sorry, I'm not doing well with my words today. What's her shop? Dreams, etc. And she is, honestly, she is my inspiration. I've been designing by kind of watching what she does, her color combinations, and I love her work. If you haven't had a chance to purchase any of her kits, you really need to, because her stuff is so vibrant and just beautiful. The layering and everything is just amazing. So I did this, I always forget the lady's name that created this, but she's always mentioned on Yvonne's channel, and so I apologize for not remembering the name, but she did these cute little corner flip-ups. I got my new stamps. I was so excited. These are Graphic 45, and that's part of it as well. Now I added some book paper, and I just gessoed over it so that you can write on over the words and it'll still show. There's my second page and my background paper. This little paper sack is also from Denise's store, and these are from her store as well. She sends them already coffee dyed and stamped, and I think they're adorable, and her coffee dyeing is excellent. I did some stenciling, some stamping. I did a little bit of both. I brought my stencils out because I was watching Yvonne's channel and she was stenciling, and I thought, yeah, I haven't done that in a while. I should do it again. Okay, Graphic 45. There's another one of my pages, the background page. This is tissue, because tissue. There I go again. Tracing paper, and I love these little tabs. I've had them cut out forever and never use them. This is also from Denise's, and I'll show you how I attached it. I just tea stained it. It's a Tim Holtz. There's another one of my pages. This stamp here is a Heidi Swap stamp. It's a big square. I think it's a 6x6. And it comes on its own sort of hard plastic, so you just use it that way. You don't have to put it on anything else. Don't know the name of it, guys. More stenciling. There's another one of my pages. And then I added some sparkly butterflies. And just some random paper. This is a LeBlanc stamp. I don't know if it has a name, but it's a vintage lady. This I had done for another book and then took it out because it was too chunky. So this is just a napkin that I shredded up and then just decoupaged onto an envelope. So again, this is from Dreams, etc., the background paper, and all I did was alter it a little bit. I added a dress form there. And then on this side it was left open, and these are also from Denise's, and I just grunged them up with some ink. Now because it had a little bit of a shine to it, I used this ink, the Ranger's Dye Ink Java Bean. Whoops, because it's waterproof. And then I made some, I didn't even know I had this stuff, the vellum in gold. So I made some envelopes and added some trim, and I actually lined it. And the reason I did that is because I forgot, and when I put my embossing folder through, it broke through, because vellum is kind of, it's not, you know, the strongest of things. So if I'll show you how I did the other one, but if you know, ever have that problem, just add an extra piece of paper with the paper you're running through, and then you're less likely to break it right through. So these are super cool, these time cards. I love them. I didn't tea stain it. I could have, but you know, I thought it looked okay because it isn't white. And then I inked over that with the Java Bean as well. So it's kind of neat. Cute little bird. And all of these, like, you know, sometimes when you print, you end up with pages that didn't work out. So I don't throw those away. If there's spots on it that are good, then I cut tabs or butterflies or whatever out of it. So nothing's wasted, really. This is something that I created as well in my Photoshop, but it's a little booklet. And then the little butterflies covered in the Midas gold as well. So that's another thing. If you want texture to your butterflies, what you do is you emboss your paper, and then you cut out your butterflies. And then if you go over it with embossing powder, then you get a really cool texture. So another flip. And this stamp, just a note. I got that at Joann's recently. Believe in your dreams. And there's another one that I created. And then I did, that was my last butterfly, so of course you guys, I had to go and buy the butterfly, so I should get it Monday. I just used the chunky gold, that shows up nice, but it's the frontage in the chunky gold. Here it is here for anybody who wants to know what it looks like. It's by Stampendous, so you can see how chunky that is. Similar to embossing powder, but it isn't. It's enamel. So you have to treat it a little bit differently than you would embossing powder. That's where this heat gun is very, very handy. This is not great for straight embossing powder, but it's really good for the embossing enamel. Just because it doesn't blow really fast, and so it won't blow off your enamel. Or you can heat from underneath if you don't have that kind of gun. And again, this is from Jen, and I just turned it into a booklet. Altered it a little bit. And this is a fold out. Again, that's the other part of that stamp. I did this one as well. And this is the other side of that lady. So cute. This was just some ephemera that I had. So that part, let me get to that page. Okay, so this piece here, I glued it onto this side. Well, I didn't want the little holes showing, so then I just put this piece of ephemera over there. You will see it in the other signature. So this beautiful doily, it's got an embossed rose on it, and the little tiny ones, which are like this. Super adorable. These are 4-inch, and they're also from Denise's store. This one, though, I left it so that you could flip it open so you could write on the whole page, and then this side became the tuck. So, again, that's from Jen's. It's called Antique Collage, I believe, is the name of that kit. And then this was ephemera that somebody had gifted to me, a bunch of stuff, and I don't honestly remember who did it because I moved it and then I forgot. Sorry about that. Again, one of the pages I did, and that's the back side of that lady. Did some Tim Holtz stencils here and here. Okay, so there's the other part of the paper bag, so then I just glued her onto it. So you can journal on that, but it's pretty on that side. And it went real nice with the pink flowers there. And then these are from Denise's store. I think they're so cute. They're adorable. There's another one that I created, just a journal spot. And then, of course, another flip open. You can see all my tabs are different colors, and yeah, I wasn't concerned about keeping it matchy-matchy this time. So there's the back side of my first page, and then we've got back doilies. So there's the signature too. And you can see that I didn't, do colors that kind of went together. I just threw it all together. I always think of a bouquet of flowers, honestly. You don't think about matching the flowers, right? I don't know. I just think they look pretty when they're all different colors. So anyway, this is, okay, having a hard time here putting it back, Cheryl. Okay. So again, I gessoed over some ephemera. This was a Sizzix die that I just picked up at Tuesday morning. My first time going to Tuesday morning. I'm in love. It's a great store. Anyway, it's a Sizzix Bigs die, and I cut it out of pattern paper, but then I went over it with some Lindy's, 2 different colors. This sort of has a green tinge, and this one is called, if you looked at it closely, you'd see it has a tinge of orange in it, but it's a pink. Kind of cool colors together, really. Some grunging, and this is Stampin' Up. I don't know. I think that's Momenta, that stamp there. And there's the other little file folder. Another flip. And then some more of that ephemera, but I gessoed one side of it. There's the other paper sack, and I just added the doily this time to it. And that one's got happiness on it. I just love that. And obviously added some trim. Again, another fold out. Just, different stuff. This is all from Denise's store. And then another tag. And then more ephemera that I gessoed. This one is a tuck, but I did grunge it up. Now I think that's Stampin' Up. All of these are Stampin' Up stamps. Different collections. So you can see I did red and yellow and blue and pink and green, and I just did everything. I like lots of different colors. So this is from one of my other kits that I did, but it was a misprint, so I turned it into a little flip open. Now that's Charlene Sherrod had done that in one of her books a while back, and I hadn't done it in quite a while, so I wanted to do it again because I like that. I think that's neat. Now this little oh, it's so cute. I don't know where I have them, but it's a little tiny, what do they call that? Parchment. Like a parchment? Not really parchment. You know what I mean. Anyway, they're teeny tiny little sacks. I just tea stained it, and then I added this little journal stick with another embossed butterfly. That's sorry, that's also from Denise's store. There's another flip, and that's where I added my stamp. And another little card I made, and that's also just a repeat of the gems that I had altered. There's another one of my pages. I think this is one of my favorite pages. And I did a bunch of stamping and some stenciling on this page. And there's the other envelope. It's also got another one of those little time card things. I should move it though because it's not turning easily. Move it up a little. There we go. There's the back side of that page. And another, you know, misprint, and so I just turned it into a little booklet. Is that upside down? Oh, it goes like that. And then another flip. There's the back side of that one. So you can see that's how the other one looked. And I wasn't thrilled, but I wasn't sure what else to put here. So it was starting to get kind of bulky. Again, there's the little sack. What is it called? Oh, you guys are all screaming at me and I can't hear you. Another cutoff that's, you know, a mistake. I made a mistake on the page, and so I just turned it into that. And then these little flowers were a gift. You know those big, here, this thing. It's huge, right? And they're very green. So you can see, I used the lighter one, but I sprayed it with some watered down walnut stain. So this stuff here, I took out a whole bunch, put it in my eyedropper. I kept one of these old re-inkers. And then the rest, like there's only about that much of the actual ink, and then the rest is water. So you get a nice vintage look without it being, because that's really dark, that color. And so I just sprayed it, and yeah, I like the way it turned out. There's the back of that one. And then some more stamping. And so on this side of that paper sack, I just glued a doily, wrapped the doily actually. And there's the other side of that one. More music notes. And then a big bingo card. You can actually write in white pen on that. It'll show up. And then another fold out. And there's the back of that one. And then I did this a while ago. I was just playing with some modeling paste that I had colored up. And I thought, oh, it'll go pretty good in here. And then I just put, again, this was a page I didn't like the way it printed out, but it actually looks okay. And I just turned it into a notebook. I mean, you don't have to keep the notebook in there. I know it's not parchment. I know that, you guys. Anyway, that's the book. And again, I did the, I don't know what you call that, cross-stitching. Cross-stitching? Yeah, I think it's cross-stitching. But this time I used the twine. I forgot I actually had it. The twine from the dollar store. So, yeah, I didn't have to ink it up. So there you go. Tell me what you think. I'd love your opinion. And hopefully it won't be as long, but you know, I'm so hooked on designing these papers that I find myself not getting into my craft room as much. But my next book will also be with my pages, and that one will probably be for sale. So we'll talk later. Have a great day. Bye.